Hey everybody, welcome in. And Jack Sparrow. It's time for his showcase. A lot of people have been asking and querying, why is Jack Sparrow considered so good? What is so good about Jack Sparrow? And all sorts of things like that, as well as should I be getting Jack Sparrow from the Club Exchange? Now he is the Club Exchange exclusive. Him and Bulu definitely needs a buff. But Jack Sparrow, on the other hand, is currently great. And I want to give a quick run through of his skills. Then we're going to take him into a battle, and we're going to see how I use him, how he is to be used, and see why he is so good. Now, to start with, his standard attack. Now, when you get this fully leveled up, he has at level 2, not even fully leveled up, even at level 2, the ability to have a cleanse, 20% chance to cleanse one harmful effect from himself. So he can clear himself of a bad effect at 20% chance. That's 1 in 5 attacks. That's pretty decent just for clearing a bad effect that may or may not happen. Like, that's pretty cool. So if he's got blind all of a sudden, oh, look at that, no more blind. If he's got, it's amazing. That's pretty cool. Now, on top of that, he also has a chance to get other people to assist him, so that's another 20% chance, or 10% chance that they'll assist, 20% chance that he'll cleanse his own effect. But on top of that, when he cleanses his own bad effect on him, he can gain 10% of his max health. That is pretty massive for not only cleansing an effect, but also being able to heal from it. Now, his big special is the Cannonball Barrage. Now, this is like a full team AoE. It deals like just more damage than his basic. So it's good if it's hitting more than once. If there's only one target left, I'd personally prefer the basic. Now this though does have a higher crit chance on enemies that have defense down. So if you're running in with a whole bunch of other characters that also put in defense down, then you could potentially beat in more crits and do a whole lot more damage, which more damage is good. Now, this parry or parlay is what makes him so good and puts him so high. He can inflict charm, but not only can he inflict charm, it's also got 50% chance that he can inflict charm on an adjacent character as well. So you got your main target, it's going to get charmed. Then 50% chance that one of the ones next to them is also going to get charmed. That is pretty massive. To get 2 characters down for the price of 1, that is massive control on you, for you. Now, with this, he's also got 30% chance to give defense down for 2 turns, and that kind of works in with his barrage, but honestly, the 30% isn't that great, and you don't just rely on that. So, it's just a bonus. The charm is what really we're all here for. Now, this is also a sleeper, his passive, the Piece of 8. With this, he's got 25% chance for this to activate, so 1/4 of his turns this is going to activate. And then on the passive activating, him flipping the coin, he will gain 1 good effect, and also he will get his cooldowns for the Cannonball Barrage reduced by 1. Now that is pretty cool, especially for a skill that has such a high cost. And then on top of that, if he has haste, it's increased the chances for this to activate go up another 30%, so it becomes 55% chance. So you are more than likely that it's going to activate on the turn he's got haste. So if on the start turn you flip a coin and the buff that you get is haste, next time you're more than likely going to get it again, or get a good effect activating again. So that means 2 turns, extra bonus cooldowns reduced. That means you can get his skills back faster, but not only that, the bonuses are great. He gets crit chance up, he gets guaranteed crit, he gets haste, he gets offense up, he gets defense up. All of the effects are amazing, and especially when they're just as a bonus, they can just... I've had some just come in perfectly timed and got the extra damage I've needed, I've got the crits I needed, I've got the defense I've needed to survive, and that is what makes him so amazing. Like, all of those things compounded together is just good. Now, if we were to go run him in a team, this is like a team just full of super good characters, and yes, this will be one-sided, but you'll also see how you can activate and use Jack to your benefit and for your overall help of control of how things go. So what we're going to do, we're just going to reduce Dash's speed for a little bit. Then we are going to use my hawk in the front. And look at that, man, the offense up. Just like that. If you wanted to, you could go for the AoE, but instead, boom, I'm going to stop him from getting his dash and getting his dash up and usable. So, just like that, it's just like, wow. What would have been like dash going in and wreaking havoc is now all of a sudden not happening. Now, for full clarity, if this was an opponent that was my level, Dash would be going first still. But what I'm trying to show here is that it doesn't matter if it's Dash or anybody else, whoever is coming up in line, you can control it for what is important for you. And you can just be like, alright, well, I need, look at that, 3k hit with the offense up. Oof, yes please. And man, he's just great like that. Let's get rid of that blind. And man, like for having that extra control, there is not many others that bring that as well as Sparrow does. So it doesn't get you around first turn dash. So I just want to make that clear. That's not what I'm trying to show in that last fight, and I do know that was heavily weighted unfair. But it still goes to show how you want to use Jack when it comes his turn and when he can do his bit. Please, just why did you re-kill again? Why? It just becomes like whoever is next that you want to control, however you want to control them. It becomes a game of control with him. And 50%, look at that. Now I've also got Elastigirl under my control as well. And now that is just even better. So now I've got to attack Mr. Incredible there. Yes, Elastigirl. Just get everyone attacking Mr. Mordu right there. But for what Jack can do, the two characters being charmed and losing their turns and not being able to do what they want to before that is just absolutely nuts. And now, like, all because of that, like, now you'll get to see the other side of you'll see the other side of Sparrow soon. Is that, well, you could have, once you get all the other team down, when his next turn comes around, boom, AoE them, get the barrage on, and gone. If you need to do that earlier, you can do it earlier. On running things like Tower, he is a must for, say, Tower 3 Oceanic. Use him. You can use him either to control the battle or just to AoE and get through the round. Whatever you need him for. And that is why he is so good. That is what I want to just try and wait it out so that the opponent can go and we don't get matched with him again. But that is what makes him super good and usable, is that no matter which way you want to play him, he can do it. But in higher levels, being able to control the turn, even in lower levels, being able to control the turn, control the damage that you take, and deal what you need to deal, Jack Sparrow is so good. And with a 50% chance to not only control one, but a second one, that's just a super good bonus. And especially if it goes with a person or a character that's next coming up, like it did with Elastigirl, you can end up just having so much extra bonus that is just crazy. So Hook is next. So I'm like, you know what, Hook? You're not gonna be next. And then I first found that out today, is that when I was playing around with this, is that happens, and I was like, man, that's just crazy that that's even a thing. Because Charm, they act like your characters, and since Zurg's ability activates, it acts like it was mine, and in doing that, it bounces back and hits me. Pretty crazy. But I mean, check that out. Like having Jack charm his own team, being able to control the team better myself. I can take out all the other characters, and then what's left when it's my turn to come around again, it's just like, oh, well, here you go. Hey, Jack, and look, here we go. Boom. Flips his coin. I'm like, well, a couple of characters up. I want to AoE them both. Boom. Hit their crit. Got defense down. More chance to give him a crit. And stock up your spell damage with more AoEs. He's an all-round great character. Got so much control in what he can do and the game, and just controlling the game, and he hits hard. He's got a pretty decent attack on him for everything else that he does. So get the old Jack Sparrow bow in there. I mean, it's his showcase. I guess he gets to have a bow, but you deserve it, Jack. For anyone wondering why Jack Sparrow was so good and why you might want to farm him up until late levels, that is why. He is there in the club exchange. I would say he was my first priority when I was able to farm him, and I just love the way he used to play. And because of that, I went for him, and he plays amazing. He's got great moves and kit. It just works well together, and it works well in so many teams. And not only that, but you also need him all Oceanic characters, which there are limited ones on, and he is definitely the best that we currently have. So, saying that is Jack Sparrow. That is his showcase. I want to give you the little Jack Sparrow bow for the finish of it, and he is amazing. Hopefully you've seen that, and can't wait to hear from you guys.